Hello everyone, I'm Victor Smolski and I'm really excited to be part of great guitar experience Rock Me Vienna 2026. I will talk about all kind of my studio and live experience, how to find your personal, very relaxing but sound good technique, how to find the right balance between free improvising and theory, all this kind of classical theory, how to use this in rock and metal, and how to compose, how to make right arrangement, kind of simple riffing but sound good, how make doubling in studio. Why it's this kind of camps is great idea, because you get so much experience from so many great guitar players. I'm sure you learn in these 4 days more than in 1 year sitting at home in front of YouTube. It's not only about great phrasing and licks, it's all about how to use this and why it's sounding better this way, how to prove right lyrics with the right sound. All this private experience, it's very important from so many great guitar players there.
Victor, what are you currently working on? I bet you also have all kinds of innovation, new techniques, new gear, new stuff that you're trying to work with. What is it currently where you are learning?
I play guitar and keyboards for Rage, Lingua Mortis, Voodoo Gods, Almanac, and touring a lot, and all this live and studio experience was always like way to find something new. All this fusion of different style, because 80s and 90s this was like jazz, blues, rock, metal. Now it's very interesting because a lot of style is combining, a fusion between different phrasing, different sounds, different styles, 6 strings guitar, 7 strings, digital or tube amplifier, different sounds, different dynamic, and all this kind of mix with different style of music, classical way, oriental, and all this information pressed together and build something new. This is what fascinated me last time.
When we talk about music, what are the most important ingredients for you to create one of these everlasting songs? I mean, obviously, it's a lot of composing, but what else?
I think composing, it's the best what happened in music, because just make cover of some song or playing different version from other musician, it's can be interesting, but to compose your own music, I think is really great. And to see this way from very small simple idea which grow up and you have this huge production in the end, maybe with symphony orchestra, with a band, and hearing the sound, the end sound, all this way, it's so interesting. It's like huge movie with a lot of emotion, and this fascinates me. It's the reason why I still so happy doing music.
You've been born and raised into a family where classic music played a huge role, also in your younger years, as I could read. How is for you the connection between the classical composers, the classical music, and now the modern styles of music?
Now, I grew up with classical music. I started with classical education, play keyboards, play cello, and I like all this orchestral stuff. But sometimes I not agree with people when they talk classical music. It's something very exclusive, something very good and heavy. Oh, no, it's not so professional. I not agree, because you have great classical composer, really bad classical composer, you have great classical music and bad classical music, and you have on the other side fantastic rock and metal bands, very professional musician. So my way to make my style was that all the theory from classical education helped me a lot to have kind of freedom to find right chords, right notes, help to make arrangement. But this kind of rock freedom, it's you can compare to classical music. There, it's everything always limited. Oh, it's not allowed to make parallel quint. Why? Check Black Sabbath, sound great. Yeah, this I find out for me guitar in age of 11. Yeah, I start, and from this moment I start feel, oh, it's my instrument. It's all my idea. I can much better explain and talk and sing with guitar. But I very open mind. I like funk music. I like rock, blues, and listening different kind of music. And yeah, you can always find something new and different style of music and use it for your style. More you learn, more question you have.
When we talk about musicians, no matter if they live, say, 250 years ago or 20 years ago or are active now, who would you say has influenced you mostly?
So many great musicians. When we talk about guitar players, yeah, when I was kid, Steve Vai was a god. Really interesting guitar players like Sean Lane, Brett Garst, Alan Holsworth. But also I like guitar players from metal bands, you know, like I like sound from Pantera, I like sound from Judas Priest, and it's maybe sometimes simple riffing, but it's very emotional, very powerful, and this is a way how I try to find my balance. Not always technique. It must have good groove, be very powerful on stage in front of audience. You know, it's yeah, it must have impact, energy, and yeah, and you know, when you listen to guitar players like Jeff Beck, he is not playing, he's singing on guitar. And yeah, other side you have crazy guys like Frank Zappa. It's very interesting to check his arrangement because he's a freak.
Let's talk about the younger ones, which are the stars of the younger people also now. Are you following them currently? And what is your opinion on this kind of music?
Yeah, I am checking a lot new guys, you know, like playing from Pliny and other modern YouTubers, and they yeah, produce great stuff, absolute great stuff, and it's interesting. But I like more old school because it's for me sounding more live. And I always prefer guitar players who play a lot of shows, not in front of camera, and then correcting everything. And it's sometimes too polished for me. I like energy, and for me, no problem when you know it's not 100% perfect, but it's have a lot of emotion. And I like old school because they are yeah, they playing with more alive. Yeah.
And it's also more band that they've been used to play with. If you look at the younger ones, the band is a box, is a laptop, is a amplifier. I don't know, I don't know what, but the band is a digital system. You've also been doing a lot of band workshops. What are your key messages there, and how relevant are they for the younger people whose bands are purely digital?
Yeah, this what I mean, because when you listen guitar player live and you go to see a live performance, show, concert, you cannot compare to a YouTube video or something like this. It's completely different energy, and musician playing live different as on video. So the workshop experience and all this camp experience, it's fantastic because it's really true. It's nothing correct. It's really poor sound, and you can see how musicians react on acoustic, because in every place you have different acoustic, it's different sound, and you need to work with your finger to correcting this different acoustic, and communication between audience and musician on stage, in front of stage. It's very special energy. You play different when you have great audience in front of you. Experience to jam together, it's the best experience, because you prove yourself how you can work with your information, how you can use your licks, and what you can do, and how it sound. And you need to learn not only recording process is very important process for production, to make right sounding, perfect, tight, and doubling, and so on and so on and so on. But live performance, it's just now. You cannot remove back and correcting something. So mostly guitar player, when they play live, it's like you hear maybe 70% of what they can, because the last, it's maybe complicated sound, maybe you're a little bit too nervous, or you not feel perfect today. Every show is different, so you need to have kind of basics to perform good, and it's all about experience. And all this kind of camps is exactly what you get with all this jamming and talking with audience and teachers. You learn how to perform, how you control your emotion, and don't be maybe too nervous. Yeah, it's the best way to learn. Go to workshops and camps.
When we look at the Rock Me Vienna star roster, you are sharing stage with so many great people. To whom are you looking mostly forward to jam with? Because only you will have the possibility to jam with a lot of people.
It's really difficult to say, because all of them is great musician, and it's fun to jam with all of them. I did a lot of live performances with Frank Gambale, because we meet already in Frankfurter Musikmesse long time ago, and we jammed there together, and it was a lot of fun. I also share stage with Herman Lee, with his band. I was playing with Rage, so we met him backstage, and it was really funny guy. So I think we'll be big party when we jam together. Timmons and all these guys is incredible. You know, this phrasing from Andy, it's great, and so I'm sure I will enjoy all of them. It's a lot of fun.
Anybody who you absolutely do not know and say, "Oh, I'm curious what this person is doing," never heard of him or her?
Mostly I know all of them, yeah.
To come towards the end of our interview, Victor, I'm a little bit curious about your equipment. You have your own signature guitar. You've dedicated yourself to Thomastic strings. Can you tell us a little bit more about your favorite guitar setup?
I'm using all kind of ASP stuff. I like very much, because it's a great balance between active pickups like this and passive stuff like this. So for studio job and different sound, I need both. And I have my own signature angle amplifier, limited edition, Victor Smolski limited edition. I'm using this for many years, and really like tube sound with vintage speaker. It's really perfect dynamic. And since 20 years, I'm really happy with Thomastic infield. The best strings for me, because it's kind of small changing in third and fifth strings from 16 to 17, from 36 to 37. It's make such big difference for picking and sounding, and quality of sound. It's in studio stays so long perfect. It's no problem when you in the evening jump to the morning session. It's the same sound. Yeah, my setup is quite simple, just guitar, cable, amp, couple effects in front like harmonizer and real McCoy Wah. That's it. So simple way and very powerful and dynamic. The rest finger.
The rest is skills, a basic plug and play equipment, and the rest is your own skills.
Yeah, you have a lot
Amazing.
of great effects, modern great effects. I change some new stuff. I try a lot in studio and live performance, but this basics, it's always with me, and I'm very happy. For everyone who want really learn a lot of stuff all about guitars, welcome from March 29 to April 1st, 2026, and joining incredible guitar experience, Rock Me Vienna. Dream city, Vienna. It's one of my favorite city in Europe. Yeah, it's great possibility for you to join our lessons, jam session, workshops. Spots are limited, so not wait too long. Check it out, rockmevienna.com. See you there.